Hello everyone, today you will have a difficult quiz. You will need to guess the character from the movie Harry Potter by voice. Rules of the game. The voice of the character from Harry Potter will sound, after which you will have 5 seconds to understand who it was. If you guessed it, add +1 point to yourself, count the points, and at the end of the video write how many points you have collected. Let's go. Whose voice is this?
We've heard them talking about the Dementor attack, and this hearing at the Ministry. It's just outrageous. I've looked it up, they simply can't expel you.
This is the voice of Hermione Granger. The role of Hermione was played by actress Emma Watson. If you answered correctly, you are great fellows. Add yourself +1 point. Start counting points, but we continue. Whose voice is this?
Thought we heard your dulcet tones.
Don't bottle it up though, mate. Let it out.
Anyway, if you're all done shouting...
Do you want to hear something a little more interesting?
It's the voice of the twin brothers, Fred and George Weasley. That was harder, did you guess? And whose voice is this?
Fudge is using all his power, including his influence at the Daily Prophet, to smear anyone who claims the Dark Lord has returned.
This is the voice of Sirius Black. The role of Sirius was played by the actor Gary Oldman. For the first time we learned about Sirius in the first part of Harry Potter. Then I really liked him as a character. And who is your favorite character? Write in the comments, but we continue. Whose voice is this?
Clear the point, Fudge isn't in his right mind. It's been twisted and warped by fear.
This is the voice of Remus Lupin. The role of Remus was played by actor David Thewlis. And whose voice is this?
During the hearing, speak only when you're spoken to. As the Muggles say, truth will out.
This is the voice of Arthur Weasley. The role of Arthur was played by the actor Mark Williams. It was very difficult to guess. If you guessed it, you really know the Harry Potter movie very well. And whose voice is this?
I must have missed it, but by a happy mistake, I arrived at the Ministry 3 hours early.
This is the voice of Albus Dumbledore. The role of Albus was played by actor Michael Gambon. It was easy, so who guessed it? Add yourself +1 point. But we continue. Whose voice is this?
I'm sorry to interrupt what I'm sure would have been a very well-rehearsed story, but since you can predict...
This is the voice of Judge Cornelius Fudge. The role of Cornelius was played by actor Robert Hardy. It was difficult to guess, because we saw him very rarely in the film. Did you manage to guess? We continue. Whose voice is this?
Dementors are, after all, under the control of the Ministry of Magic. So silly of me, but it sounded.
This is the voice of Dolores Umbridge. The role of Dolores was played by actress Imelda Staunton. But whose voice is it?
Are you barking mad? You'll blow the entire operation.
This is the voice of Alistair Moody. The role of Alistair was played by actor Brendan Gleeson. We only hear with him for a few seconds, so it was harder to guess who it was. You guessed it? Well, we continue. Whose voice is it?
I can see them too. You're just as sane as I am. It's a charm, actually. Keeps away the narwhals.
This is the voice of Luna Lovegood. The role of Luna was played by actress Ivana Lynch. Everyone should recognize her sweet voice. We continue. Whose voice is it?
Not at all, Dolores. Merely your medieval method. Disloyalty.
This is the voice of Professor McGonagall. The role of McGonagall was played by actress Maggie Smith. She has a very special voice, very different from everyone else. You guessed it? And whose voice is this?
No, wait, no, I think I do see something. Yes, I do, something dark.
This is the voice of Sybil. The role of Sybil was played by actress Emma Thompson. She has a very calm and at the same time disturbing voice. I guessed it. And you? But whose voice is it?
Watch yourself on the stairs. It's a bit icy at the top. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
This is the voice of Cho Chang. The role of Cho was played by actress Kathy Leung. Her sweet and beautiful voice is recognized by everyone. You guessed it? And whose voice is this?
One who's had real experience defending themselves against the dark arts. At least we know one positive thing that came from today.
This is the voice of Hermione. The role of Hermione was played by actress Emma Watson, and whose voice is it?
It was often the Dark Lord's pleasure to invade the minds of his victims, creating visions designed to talk.
This is the voice of Severus Snape. The role of Severus was played by actor Alan Rickman. Everyone will recognize his rough and very low voice. If you guessed it, add yourself another +1 point and continue counting points. But whose voice is it?
Nasty breath standing there as bold as Brock, the boy who stopped the Dark Lord.
This is the voice of Kreacher. The role of Kreacher was played by actor Timothy Battison. He has a voice like a little monster, so it was easy to guess who it was. We continue. Whose voice is this?
When I saw Mr. Weasley attacked, I wasn't just watching. Afterwards, in Dumbledore's office.
This voice is familiar to each of us. This is the voice of Harry Potter. The role of Harry was played by actor Daniel Radcliffe. Whose voice is this?
Dumbledore sent me to parley with the giants. Well, they're not that hard to fight, to be perfectly honest.
This is the voice of Hagrid. The role of Hagrid was played by actor Robbie Coltrane. Unfortunately, Robbie Coltrane died on October 14, 2022. Whose voice is this?
Used the Cruciatus curse on my parents. She tortured them for information, but...
This is the voice of Neville Longbottom. The role of Neville was played by actor Matthew Lewis. His voice is heard very rarely, so it was hard to guess. You guessed it? Whose voice is this?
You may not like him, Minister, but you can't deny Dumbledore's got style.
This is the voice of Kingsley. The role of Kingsley was played by actor George Harris. If you guessed it, you were great fellows. It was very difficult. We continue. Whose voice is this?
Surprised the Ministry's still letting you walk around free, Potter. You better enjoy it while you can. I expect there's a cell in Azkaban with your name.
This is the voice of Draco Malfoy. The role of Draco was played by actor Tom Felton. Many liked his character for his charisma. Write in the comments who was your favorite character from Harry Potter. But we continue. Whose voice is this?
I told them I was hungry and wanted some sweets. Of course, they told me to bugger off and ate the lot themselves. Maybe you don't have to do this all by yourself.
This is the voice of Ron Weasley. The role of Ron was played by actor Rupert Grint. Whose voice is this?
He knows how to play. Itty bitty baby.
This is the voice of Bellatrix Lestrange. The role of Bellatrix was played by actress Helena Bonham Carter. Her frightening voice is familiar to many. You guessed it? We continue. Whose voice is this?
Prophecies can only be retrieved by those about whom they are made.
This is the voice of Lucius Malfoy. The role of Lucius was played by actor Jason Isaacs. Many will recognize his beautiful deep voice. You guessed it? We continue. Whose voice is this?
We meet again. See what I must do to survive.
This is the voice of Voldemort. The role of Voldemort was played by actor Ralph Fiennes. That's all for today. I collected 23 points, and how many points did you collect? Write in the comments. And also write in the comments, I want the second part, if you would like to see the second part, which will be much more difficult. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, put a bell on all notifications. See you in new videos.